Hello there, welcome to the Media Coach video tip and a happy new year to you. It's that time of year again, that time of year when you've got to do that thing that you've been putting off and you think, I can't do that, but I'm afraid you have to. You're a speaker, you create speeches, you've got to throw away a whole bunch of your speech, a whole bunch of your stories. How much? I don't know, maybe a third, maybe half, maybe all of it, maybe you've got to scrap the lot. Now you're thinking, hang on a minute, Alan, this speech is great. I've been doing it for years. It's wonderful. It's got great stories. The audience love it. Great references, terrific message. Well, maybe so. And good luck to you if that's the case. But I think in most people's cases, the stories start to gradually fade. People can't remember the characters you talk about. The incidents that you refer to happened longer and longer ago. The funny thing is, what I've noticed is I get older, but fun enough, my audiences don't on average. So what I'm talking about doesn't always resonate with them. What that means is I have to go through my speeches, and I do it at this time every year, and I throw out about a third of my material. Third of the stories, third of the examples, third of the messaging, and so on. Because I want to make sure it stays relevant. Stuff happens all the time. Research happens which changes the things you talk about. I used to talk about visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning, for example, until I found out, and partly from my good friend Dr. Linda Shaw, that there's no evidence for that at all. So I don't talk about it anymore. Left brain and right brain, another one from Linda Shaw, people used to talk about that. It's not the case. But that sort of thing happens all the time. Research moves on, we learn more, and as a result, we change the information that we put in our speeches. If you've been saying the same thing year after year after year, based on evidence that was gathered 20, 30 years ago, it may be okay, but there's a good to strong chance that it isn't. So, at this time of year, go through your speeches, look very carefully at the stories, look very carefully at the messages, and look very carefully at the research. Make sure they're all up to date, make sure they all work. If they do, that's great, but I suspect you're going to have to make some changes. So now's the time to do it. Now's the time for a big spring clean in your speeches. My recommendation is you throw out a third of the material. Not only will it make it fresher for the audience, it'll make it fresher for you, and you'll enjoy it, and people will say you're more relevant, and you're still as relevant as ever. I wish you the best of luck.